guys? Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com. And today we're going to talk about maintaining your back tightness in the bench press. A key component of back tightness in the bench is that you get this upon the setup process. So many take the weight out and then they try to get their back tight. They retract, they depress their shoulders, but after you're loaded with the weight, it's too late. All that's for naught. You're not gonna be as tight or in as good a position as you can be from the setup on. So that's why we have to be very mindful of creating back tightness in the setup process and then maintaining it. And I find a lot of lifters lose their back tightness during the setup process. So that's what I'm gonna show you today is those areas in which most lifters are gonna lose that tightness. We don't want that happening to you because you want a big bench because you're watching this video right now. So let me show you how we're gonna first create back tightness. And it's important to note when we're creating back tightness, what does that mean, right? Retracting the shoulders, trying to use whatever we can as leverage, the safeties, the posts, whatever, to help us get as deep a shoulder retraction as we can. We wanna squeeze our shoulder blades together. I love the cue, squeeze your shoulder blades so hard together they bleed. That's an intense cue. That's what you wanna be thinking about. From there, we wanna think shoulder depression, and that's the act of just bringing our sternum up. And we're also gonna help ourselves here with leverage in the setup process to maintain that, or to create that. So that's how we're gonna go and create back tightness. Now I'm gonna show you after that, easy points to lose it. I'm getting set up. All right, like I said, we wanna establish scapular pinch, that retraction, and then depression. And that's just bringing our sternum up. How we're gonna do that in the setup process right here. When I first hit the bench, I'm already thinking about, all right, let's squeeze my shoulder blades together. I'm bridging up just to give myself a little more leverage to get onto my traps to create positioning. I'm using the safeties. This is what I like to use to really wedge and crawl those shoulder blades as tightly together as possible. Really great leverage point. And then this push back from this bridge position is helping me pull my shoulders into a deep depression. And I want to leave them there. And this is where a lot of lifters are going to immediately start losing back tightness, is they set this great position here, and then through the process of bringing their feet down, bringing their hands to the bar, they pull themselves out of that position, right? Immediately once I go to grab the bar, I stop forgetting to squeeze my back. I can't just jam myself here and then expect myself to remain here, right? I need to keep squeezing my back. That's really, really key throughout the process. And similarly, when I'm coming down out of this bridge, as soon as I'm not pushing back, if I'm bringing my feet down to the floor, it's easy to just start to fall down, and I lose all that depression of the scaps that I just created in the setup. So when I'm pinched on bridge, I need to maintain push back to keep that leverage, right? And then I need to actively squeeze my back in order to keep that retraction. So how we create it in the setup process is so important to maintain it throughout the rest of the setup and getting your feet set before the weight comes out of the rack. And I think the biggest, most common thing is people just forget to keep squeezing their back, or they let up on their leg drive. And that can't happen. So I'm gonna go through this full setup again for you guys so you can see. Get my leverage points. Right, when I grab the bar, I'm just making sure, did I lose anything? I'm actively squeezing the hell out of my back here. I'll bring my feet down. I'm still pushing back. I didn't lose that. Bring my feet down, I'm still pushing back. I'm still squeezing my back. Hard to talk right now as I'm working so hard at this. Bringing my feet out. And then here, I didn't lose any leg drive. I'm still pushing back aggressive. I'm still pinching my back. I didn't loosen that up. And I'm gonna unrack right into all this tension. Okay? That right there is how you maintain back tightness in the bench. You set it during the setup. You maintain it throughout the setup, throughout the unrack. You do not want to try to find that position, get that back tightness after the weight comes out. How many times do you see lifters just lay down on the bench, weight comes out, they'll try to get themselves tight in the upper back. It's just too late. Now you're under load. You want to set all this in stone before that weight comes out. I tell you, your bench will thank you. You'll hit bigger numbers. You'll hit new PRs. You'll shoot me an email, be like, Coach Ben, that's the greatest video I ever saw. Changed the game. You're welcome. Coach Ben here. You know where to find